What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Serie career mode. It is episode number 13. Heading into today's episode, loads of games to get through, plus deadline day as well. We're on the back of the Serie. Brenner might look to replace him a backup striker, but loads of games in the Serie as we continue our push for a European place with 16 games to go. And of course, we'll have the Coppa Italia, last 16 away in Bergamo against Atalanta as well. Big underdogs for it against the current league leaders, but we'll see how we get on. And on the back of 4 straight wins in all competitions, we'll be going for it, make no mistake about that. A few changes to our lineup, yes, but we'll do our best to pull off the cup set. First game is the Cup last 16, Forza Udinese. So the board objectives this season on the pitch were to qualify for a European competition, which again, unfortunately, even though technically 7th would probably do it, will only be considered a success if it's top 6. So very tough ask there. We're right now in 8th. But the cup objective was to reach the last 16. This is the last 16, so no matter what happens, we've hit this objective. And thus, I don't mind too much if we go out, especially away against one of the best sides in Italy this season. But as we said before, Udinese, well done, Pras gets back to his feet there. Udinese never won a major honour in their club's history. Oh, and a golden chance to go in front through Matheus Martins fired wide. I'd love to be the first man to bring them silverware. Yeah, I've gone with Matheus Martins, who came back from his loan spell last season as our striker. Because again, no Brenner, and Lorenzo too tired to play this one. So that is the issue for us. Like I want to leave some money to carry over for next season, but Serie, surely great save, Carnesecchi. And turn behind for a corner. Lovely little build-up, but Festi denied. And it's still goal. It's a great start. But yeah, we haven't got a backup striker. So yeah, there's some players that could play there. As Jaka heads well over the bar. Yeah, we could have Martins up there. Pereira could do a job up there as well. But that's my only concern really. If Lorenzo goes down with an injury, we've got literally no strikers in the team. Easy. Look, man, tackled. It'll drop back and roll through to Adamola. Look, man, that is so frustrating, man. We had a really good first half on top, and then a deflection on the tackle, carries back to the hosts, ball rolled in, and with the final kick of the half, Look, man gives the hosts, in my opinion, an undeserved lead. That is just absolutely typical. But I say this all the time, it's what makes Ultimate such a difficulty. You might need several chances to get a goal. The AI only need the one. Gutting. This is going to be a really disappointing exit tonight because we've played good football, had some nice build-ups, just missed a finishing touch, but with no striker out there, what are we expecting? Serie hustles brilliantly well there, but can't keep it in play. Yeah, I do want that money to carry over until next season because otherwise we're going to be working with small budgets for a while. But I mean, if Lorenzo is to go down, like I said earlier, who goes up top? We haven't got anyone. As Pereira is denied. And another shot fails to hit the back of the net. Carnesecchi palms it behind. This is just a cruel exit to the cup tonight unless we can find that leveller. We've been a better team out there. Well, obviously, we've got Keenan Davis, but put it this way, the fact that I left him on the bench for this game kind of sums up my confidence in him. There was a time when he was a young striker coming through. He did have a bit of potential, but it's safe to say he's not quite lived up to that yet. I just don't think he's at this level, really. So I'm looking to sell him at some point. His Lookman almost doubled the lead and got the dagger, but it's not going to matter because Atalanta will hold on for the win. Disappointed as well. I really felt as though he should have at least taken that game to extra time. Unfortunately, whilst the build-up to a nice, the finishing just was not there. Our progress ends in the last 16, but first we've gone. It's what the board wanted, it's what they've got. And to get knocked out by the side at the top of the Serie right now, away, not too disappointed. To be fair, they've got Lazio away in the following round. I'm not sure we'd have made it through that anyway, so I don't mind going out there. The board objective hit, so I'm okay with that. I mean, there's a couple of players we could bring in as wingers. He's gone to KV Mechelen. That's the young Austrian I was looking at last season. I like the look of him, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, there's no one really who excites me. I wanted to keep the money to carry over for next season to have a slightly bigger budget. And I mean, the only thing I'm really thinking we could do possibly is in the academy right now. We've been talking about it. There's a couple of players in there, including Oman, who I don't know, man. I just feel with his stats, we had started him on the right mid position change to get the defensive work rate up to at least medium to begin with. I mean, it would take him a long time to become a striker, but I'm just thinking maybe. I mean, he's got shot power. He's got good agility, good balance, good ball control as well. I'm definitely thinking about it. Why not throw the Slovenian in? It's certainly, because he's going to ask for a pro deal anyway at some point, as is Novak. So actually, that's a good idea, that. I'm going to promote the Slovenians now, because, I mean, Novak's definitely going to ask for a pro deal at the end of the season, 18. DeLuca might, no, I'm not too sure, only 16. So what I think I might do is check the potentials of those Slovenians. Oman's got the exciting prospect tag, and where is Novak? There he is. He's also got the exciting prospect tag. And I'm going to try and loan him out. And I might possibly have Oman as our backup striker for the rest of the season. I mean, to put it this way, I trust him more than Keenan Davis. Yeah, I mean, with wage budget consideration, our budget is really about 11 mil to 11.25, and that's not going to be enough to bring anyone in, really, is it? And even if we were to sell, hypothetically, Keenan Davis, what's that going to raise it to? About 13 mil, possibly? I mean, it's not really going to get us far in modern day football. So I think signing a player is basically out of the equation now, unless it's a player who isn't even really a striker, just someone we could try and chuck up there, like this lad in the Serie B, who, to be fair, I'm actually not against. I do quite like his stats. 82 dribbling, 71 finishing isn't the worst thing in the world, with 68 shot power and 71 long shots. And he's absolutely rapid with that rapid play style as well. To be fair, Lamek Banda, just as a squad player, young Zambian, for under the valuation. Yeah, why not? Might as well, right? Yeah, I just don't think Keenan Davis is going to make it, to be honest. Whereas this young Zambian here, 24 years old, I mean, I think Davis in the Serie B could help with Lecce's rebuild. So why don't we offer them Keenan? And we'll try and soften that transfer fee and take it to around 5.25 million euros. So that still leaves them with a little bit of money remaining in the budget to carry over to the next season. They want Christensen, but that is definitely not happening. I don't really know much about the young centre-half we've got, Axel Gesand, but he's literally not played for us all season long. Same with Vivaldo as well, so maybe we'll offer them Vivaldo. Plus 6.5 million euros. The tension bar is barely filled up, so that means we've got a lot of negotiating to do here. And they say no, they'll just have the money plus a sell-on clause. We'll remove that sell-on clause completely and just offer the 6.5 million euros. They want a little bit more, but again, we should be able to get them for under the valuation with them being a Serie B size. 7 million euros, 7.5. Let's try and meet in the middle there, 7.25 million euros. And for a young Zambian returning to the Serie A, with the pace he's got, I think is an impact sub. Him coming off the bench to run in behind. I don't mind this. I'm going to give him a go. I'll be honest, I don't really know anything about this guy whatsoever. However, I am excited to give him a go for the first time ever. Relegate with Lecce last season, but as a young Zambian, he certainly doesn't look that bad, especially with the pace he's got as an impact sub. Whilst that was start mini games, coming off the bench, I think it'd be a problem with the pace he's got as well. Signing on a 5-year, 14 grand a week Euro deal. Welcome back to the Serie A and welcome to the Blue Energy Stadium. Lamek Banda. Yep, 24 years old, so okay, fair enough. He's not, a kid anymore, but still very young at 24. The lack of strength and the poor stamina is really the only concern with the guy, because technically, again, he's got good ball control, he's got excellent dribbling, and the finishing, the long shots and the shot power isn't bad either. As a backup striker with a 4-star weak foot and a high attacking work rate, I actually quite like him, to be fair. So what we'll do is we'll try and improve the stamina, get the defensive work rate up as well, and then once we've done that, I mean, we could possibly try and convert him to striker, but I think personally just keep him on the wing right now. Keep him on the wing, improve the defensive work rate, but just have him come off the bench, either on the flanks, as a CAM or a striker. Any is fine off the bench. And so, as deadline day is here, I have just added Keenan Davis to the transfer list, because now that we've brought in Lamek, he's just not going to play at all. He's just not good enough for this Serie A, in my opinion, right now. And I don't know if there's enough time to loan out Oman. He was going to ask for a pro deal at some point anyway, I think. So I don't mind the fact of giving him a pro deal, in mid-January. And again, I just feel as though he could operate as a backup striker. But I think I'll add him to the loan list anyway, and try and get he and Novak out on loan with 10 hours to go. We'll see what we can do. Not much time, but if not, we'll have to give him some game time from the bench this season. But because of our small squad, I still think he'll get enough game time to not have potential downgrades. To be fair, we've got a loan deal there from a Serie A side, Monza. Interesting, but that's fair enough. We'll loan him out there for actually let's have him just go there for the half a year. As Keenan Davis wanted by FC Twente, I'll take the 3 mil. I would have taken 300,000. I'll take the 3 mil and a big bid for Querfeld from Bournemouth on deadline day. But I like the young Austrian. He's staying with me. Yeah, poor Keenan Davis. I mean, yeah, when he came out of the academy at Villa Park, there definitely was a chance as Fenerbahce want to take Oman on loan and Hoffenheim want Keenan as well. When he came out of the academy at Villa Park, I mean, there was a little bit of hype. I mean, you know, as a young striker, he's a big lad. You know, he's quite tall. He's about 6'2", 6'3". You know, so he's got some height. He's got some strength. I'm going to try and loan him out 2 years to Turkey actually. So he had some promise. You know, he had a bit of potential to him, but he's one of those players that he literally just never develops. You know, those young players that they kind of burst on the scene, they're given a chance, but they just never really kick on. I think that is Keenan Davis in a nutshell. The sort of player that, as the years have gone by, he just never really improved. And now he's off. He just wasn't going to get any game time here. And the fact I was considering playing a 17-year-old winger out of the academy above him kind of says the full story. I'm totally fine getting a little bit of money as Keenan goes permanently. Ooh, and there's some big bids happening here. As Christensen is now wanted by Sassuolo and Leverkusen now want Querfeld. The opportunity to play on the Xabi Alonso, I'm sure Leopold would love that, but I'm going to say to him, not right now. For next season, I will let you go if the interest remains, but not right now. There's 7 hours to go on deadline day. I can't afford to lose any of my most important pieces. So for Novak, it looks as though he's on his way to Monza on a short-term loan. Not sure how much game time he'll get there, fellow Serie A side, but again, we know it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. And also, another loan offer this time from Wolves for Oman as well. Gary O'Neill wants to take him, and we'll also try and negotiate a 2-year deal there. To be honest, I'd rather him go to Fenerbahce. I think he'll probably get a bit more game time there under Jose Mourinho, spotting a young winger and wanting to take him to Turkey for a couple of years. And I think we should see that Novak deal go through as well. I always find it difficult to know what's better when loaning players out for development. Is it short term? Is it a year, or is it 2 years? Sometimes I feel as though short-term loans might work a little bit better because you get the quick little overall spike when the young player goes out on loan, and then once the 6 months have gone through, you can do it again. You can loan them out and get another little overall spike. You know, but then I think if you loan a player out for a year or two, they're guaranteed to have left on loan, and they can just go up gradually during the course of that time. I don't know. Even so, he's off to Monza for the rest of the year, and we'll keep our eyes on him, see how he gets on. Oh my goodness gracious me! And there's a massive bid from Liverpool for Querfeld as well, but not right now, Leopold. I know he's sitting there thinking, Gaffer, come on, mate, you got to let me go. I've been here 12 months now. You got to let me go to one of these big European sides, but not right now. Not right now. In the summer, I will gladly let you go if the interest is still there. But there's 5 hours to go on deadline day. If you think I can lose one of my most important places, there's 4 hours actually, with no replacement lined up, then yeah, you're mistaken. I cannot afford that if we're to have any chance whatsoever of qualifying for Europe for next season. I need you for the final run-in as you see Oman go out on loan to Wolves for 2 years. So yeah, one Slovenian out on loan for 6 months in Monza, the other one going to Molyneux for a couple of years. We'll keep our eyes on both and see how they both develop over time. And so, with an hour to go, you see 2 big deals there. Only one of which making the top deals, but Brahim has joined Inter, so we'll keep our eyes on him. For 75.9 mil, but Tchouameni has gone to Chelsea for 113.9 mil. They've replaced him with William Saliba from Arsenal for 111.4 mil, and Gavi has joined Manchester City for 80.3 mil. Monster bids happening on deadline day. And I did see just a few days ago, Pedri went to Manchester United for like 113 mil. Crazy moves in January. And whilst our deals weren't quite as big as those, we still did make a little bit of a change in this January window. I'm excited for Banda, man. I think off the bench, he's going to cause some problems. And the good news is a little bit of money still remains in the budget to carry over to next season as well. So it's not like we've got nothing remaining on the back of a busy January window. Right, February is here. We've got 3 more scouting updates. Let's see what we got. We're from Italy. It seems as though there's a few decent players here, but no one's going to make the academy yet. But quite keen on this lad, Riccardo Romano. I am actually tempted to give him a scholarship because of the high market valuation. I'm just worried about a potential drop. But do you know what? I've only got 1 player in the academy right now, so we'll get a mate for him. And I'll continue scouting on these guys here. From Austria, Fabio Egger continues to look very good. But I'm just going to do 1 more month and see how he looks after that. But as does Tim Fritz and Kilian Lang as well. 3 really good young Austrian players here. And as for Slovenia, we'll continue the scouting on these 5 players here. Like I said before, EA really need to get a bigger list of names for youth players. We've already got a Novak and an Oman that we've promoted and loaned out. And in the youth scouting now, there's only 1 player that's not called Novak or Oman that's in the list here. Come on, man. Seriously, EA. Get a bigger list of names, please. But as for the academy then, just the 2 players in there now. And I must say, to be fair, this lad, Riccardo Romano, looks very good indeed. And whilst he's come out as a CDM, 6'2", looking at the stats here, I actually think with the 6'2", the low-high work rates, he'd probably be better as a centre-half, but for now, we'll keep him where he is. So, 16 games remaining in the Serie A, the January window over, and now we enter the first of the 2 big pushes. Starting off here away in Turin, just had our winning run ended in the Cup, but before that, 4 wins in a row in all competitions. Let's bounce back here against the side right now, only above us by a point, and going to the top 7 on match day 23. Big contest for Udinese. Win that. Jaka, great tackle. What a great tackle by the vice captain. Signing that contract extension. Being with us as Ebosele finds Buffoni. Go on, off you go. Off you go. Oh, brilliantly done. Brilliantly done. Come on! Didn't feel confident going for goal for him, and I don't know why, because he's my second highest scorer behind this man, but Lorenzo Luca with the open, and this is why I don't think we're going to miss Brenner. I really like the Brazilian. He was my top scorer last year, but Lorenzo's coming back permanently from Pisa this season and done really, really well. Much better than last year. 12 yards out on the penalty spot, drills it in, and Udinese lead. Yep, as things stand, leapfrogging the hosts and going into 7th place. 28 minutes in, still leading by 1, courtesy of that early strike by Lorenzo. As we look for a second, and from corners, as you know, we're so good, mainly because of this man! The cheat code does it again! Jaka makes it 2. Udinese double up in Turin. That's such a great nickname, isn't it? The cheat code. Absolutely love it, man. But it's true, honestly, if you've not given this guy a go, I swear, man, seriously, put him on that 6-yard area on corners, and he's going to win the majority, and I mean the vast majority of aerial duels. And at the back, his main function, he's really solid as well. Another good tackle there in what has been, oh, brilliant ball, Festi. A flawless first half. Winger to winger. Jordan Zamora. Lorenzo. Buffoni. Oh, it should have been a dream first half. Simone fires wide. Juanmi through the gap. And Matanovic down the left-hand side with Jaka to beat, but he can't beat him. Oh, this dude, quite literally justifying the nickname of cheat code. He's literally unbelievable. I love that nickname so much, and if there's anyone that justifies it in this team, it is him. Nothing beats him, especially in the air. He is just that good. Gashi with the save, but the rebound turning by Bellanova. 18 minutes to hold on. Guerfeld takes it forward. Festi sent down the line. Chance for a dagger. Chance for a dagger. Lorenzo get in the box. Lorenzo get in the box, son. It's all right. We'll take the corner. Take the corner. Take the corner. Take the corner. You know, in any other circumstance, in any other team, I would just put this in the corner and play it short. But because of who we've got in our team, instead, it makes far more sense to go for him. Jaka loses the aerial duel. You don't say that often. We'll take it back. We'll take it back, and that is going to do it. That is going to do it. Come on. Massive win. Absolutely massive. And this might be the dagger. And it is! Takes a nick off Buongiorno. But I think the Zimbabwean will claim it. Jordan Zamora restores the 2-goal cushion with his 2nd of the year, And those aren't limbs. Those are pathetic claps at best. Come on. We've just got into 7th. Massive win in Turin. Where are the limbs? Where are the scenes? God, it's not a dagger, but a winner, but a dagger. But even so, massive win. Udinese come to Turin, and how do we respond on the back of the cup knockout? We go to Torino and have one of our performances of the season. Udinese in 7th. And now we're back down to 8th after one advance. Man, it's tight. It is really, really tight. Matchday 24 at home to Lazio. Right now 7 points above us and currently sitting in 5th place that we're getting in Europa League football. But it's so tight right now in this area. I mean, really anyone down to, I'd even say possibly Genoa in 14th still have an outside shot of European football. But a win here would do us the world of good. That would be 6 wins in 7 in all competitions and keeping ourselves in the hunt for, again, a top 7 and possibly even top 6/5 place. Lazio at home, falls Udinese. You look at all the teams that are above us right now. This is, again, what makes qualifying for that European competition such a difficult thing because we're weaker than all of them. Let's just be totally honest here. We're still a team in transition. We're a weaker side than all the teams that are above us right now. And therefore, with none of them having an off year, oftentimes one of the big sides has an off year, but this year that's not the case. Oh, brilliant build-up. Zamora is denied by Provedel. We got to be very good between now and the end of the season, man. If we're gonna make it, we can't afford to drop many points in games. Oh, where we're favourites. Not even favourites in this game. We still can't afford to drop points. Isaacson gets around Pongracic. Nice build up and an easy finish. There was no chance for Gashi once he went one-on-one. And Lazio strike first. Yeah, I mean, none of the bigger clubs, if you will, are having an off year. And so for us to take at least 2 of them out, well, really 1, but again, to get the board happy 2, that's, yeah, incredibly tough ask on us. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it, I really don't. Fernandez to Nicola Ravela. Akpro! Lazio do not want to let go of that Europa League position. And tonight they are playing like a team destined to finish there. Akpro with the second. Lazio tuning up. And we still went out to play. This is, man, oh man. For us to get in the top 6, I don't know what it's going to take. But it's going to take an awful lot of luck. I know that for sure. There's Lorenzo. Rolls it in. Ebosele. Need a response here. And we couldn't get it. Profundi denied by Provedel. And still, with 8 to go, we're behind by 2. Finishing touch just hasn't been there tonight. I just don't... I just don't see it happening. I really don't. Hey, maybe 7th. Maybe 7th at a stretch. But we'd have to be very lucky. Oh, that's going to be free. It's going to be free. Zaccagni. Oh, it's not a game against Lazio. Zaccagni doesn't score against me. And he might have left it late, but he's got the third. I tell you, man, Matteo Zaccagni, I swear, every time we have faced him, has got at least 1 goal. He's just got Lazio's third. And the visitors tonight have put us firmly in our place. And that place is outside of a European spot. I don't know if we're going to make it, man. We need an awful lot of luck and a hell of a good run if we are going to finish in the top 7. There's just too many good teams for us to take out. Oh, this is crazy, but because of the head-to-head record, we've now gone into 7th on the back of a loss, leapfrogging Bologna. This is unbelievable, man. Seriously, the competitiveness is crazy. I'll be honest here, I think the top 6 are now going to separate, and it's all going to be about, can we somehow cling on to 7th? Right now, 4 teams only separated by a point. Right, following game, AC Milan, they're in the top 4 right now, and they'd love to stay there too. It was also a competitive race for a Champions League place. Massive game to try and bounce back on the back of 2 losses in 3 in all competitions. Forza Udinese. Ketele to Acuna down the left-hand side into the Belgian. Oh, what a ball! Belgium to Belgium, and Salamakas converts from close range, but that through ball. Well, I thought that was Charles de Ketelaere. Are you sure it wasn't KDB? Because that is an unbelievable ball from the Belgian. Fantastic. Ball to the far post and finish. Milan in front, and nothing that Scuffet in for his Serie A debut for us, or second debut I should say, could do about that. 1-0. I don't think we've got much chance when we go into these sort of games here of pulling off an upset. Okay, fair enough. I know we beat Inter Milan last season at the San Siro, and to be fair, we drew back-to-back with AC last season as well. But yeah, to me the big thing is going to be, can we beat the Monzas? Can we beat the Frozenones? Can we beat the Hellas Veronas? Because if we can, I think we might just have enough to finish in a 7th place. But we know we're not going to get wins in these games. And if we do, it's going to be once in a blue moon. Noah Okafor doubles up. These are the games where it's like a draw would be a heck of a result. But that's how things go in the early seasons of RTGs. Should never expect to win these games. If we can keep getting those wins against the Comos and the Palermos, then we might just have enough. But we know that going into these games, yeah, our goal difference is going to take a bit of a hammering, and we're going to lose quite badly as well. It's not at this level yet. We're a long way off now. Know where you are, and we're not an AC Milan kind of competitor yet. I've got Jaka out on an island here, trying to deal with Kieran Trippier. As the Englishman works it inside, and that 4th goal is coming. Oh, what a ball. Oh, the through balls in this game have been defence splitting. When you talk about threading the needle, it's like I'm watching my grandmother do her sewing. Because this has been absolutely textbook. Right through the gap. And a class finish for Okafor's second. Goodness gracious. 4-0 down at home here in Udine. Absolutely destroyed. But again, know where you are. We're not at this level yet. So I can't be too surprised by it. It's going to be 5. It's going to be 5. We're throwing bodies forward and Okafor gets away for his hat-trick. Udinese 0, Milan 5. Noah Okafor claims the match ball in the process. Well, that was me thinking, if I put Simone in for the kid between the sticks, we might not concede as many as we did in the previous game. We conceded 2 more. 3 losses in 4 in all competitions. Back-to-back defeats in the league. And an aggregate scoreline in these 2 games of 8-0. Huh. Yeah. That right there is a wake-up call. Oh, this is not what we need as well. Directly after the game, Wallace has just come to us and said, "Boss, gotta be honest with you, think me not getting games starting to damage my career." And to be honest, I don't mind this one too much. We do like a senior in the team as a presence in the dressing room. We've already got a couple with Roberto primarily, and so for Wallace at 29, he's grown a rating. He comes off the bench a lot to help shore up the back line, but I'm okay with this. We're kind of overloaded through the middle of the park right now anyway, so yeah, we'll get a few million for him when the summer window opens. He's only got 16 months on his deal anyway, so I'm okay with that. We've got some great youngsters out on loan right now as well that can take his place, so yeah, I'm okay with that. Right, following game, Fiorentina away in Florence, and man, oh man, we are in trouble and need to win this game here in order to keep our chances of that 7th place finish alive. Forza Udinese. Throw for Udinese. Played short and then worked in. Luca. Emosele. Thought he ripped it in there at that near post, just wide. First half coming to a close, very nervy, and a point's not the worst result in the world to stop the rot, especially away, but when we take on teams below us, like I said, man, I don't mind if we lose to Milan, I don't mind if we lose to Inter, but teams below us in the table, whether we're home or away, from here on out, we've got to win them. And one thing we definitely can't afford to do is lose these games. Defensively, we've been really good today. Much better than the previous 2 games, so that didn't take a lot. Festi, Eboselli, this time he need on target, he can, but it's beaten away at the near post quite comfortably, but this has been much better from Udinese, much better. And you know how good we are from corners. Aim for the cheat code. Aim for the Slovenian. He's done it again! Come on! Shakabio! The cheat code with another! Battered by AC Milan and humiliated 5-0 in our own backyard. How do you respond to that? What's the right mindset? Learn those lessons, get yourself back up, dust yourself off, and put it right in the next one. 5-0. Absolutely terrible loss. And then we respond with a 1-0 win away. That is class. I love that, man. Absolutely love that. You've been humiliated. You've been embarrassed. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, move on to the next one. Massive win. just before that massive contest against Napoli. We should see, there we go, Wallace has agreed to go back to South America. He's off to River Plate for 6.5 mil and joins up with the side from Buenos Aires. When I went to Buenos Aires last season, I walked around the Stadio Monumental, but I never actually went inside. That is one of my big regrets from going there, man. Seriously, I watched a game with Boca, but I would have loved to have gone inside River Plate Stadium, if not actually watched a game there itself. But anyway, more scouting updates here. I think this is the penultimate one of the mission. Oh, he could be quite good. He could be quite good indeed. And for now, we won't sign anyone. We'll continue scouting these Italians here. I think Fabio Bruno can be rejected. Yeah, as for Austria, this is what I was worried about. So the longer you scout a player, for those that don't play career mode, the lower the ranges get. So you can find out just how good they are over time. I'm quite excited about oh my goodness, 4.4 mil valuation. Constantine Frank could be very good. But this is why, and I say it all the time, it's important to be selective. Fabio Egger looked unbelievable. Now, quite mediocre. It's why it's best to continue scouting for as long as you can. But these two guys here, Tim Fritz and in particular, Constantine Frank, look fantastic. Always be super selective with youth players. You find a player that could be a gem, and in the end, he could just be alright. I guarantee you'll find a gem not before long. Yeah, I really do believe that. Like, if you haven't found a player who wows you, and I mean like really knocks your socks off, in my opinion, don't give them a scholarship. Continue scouting. They may still look really good in the future. You might think, oh, I'll go on and give them a gamble. But the chances are you're going to find someone better. That's just how I would say simplistic youth scouting can be. But right now, two players in the academy. Mattia De Luca, who still looks very good indeed. And Riccardo Romano. Waiting for that potential range to drop a little bit so we know just how good he is. But he could also be a really solid youth player. Right, following game. And it is a massive one. We'll do a couple more today. Starting with this one. Probably the biggest game of the season thus far. It is Napoli at home on the back of the win in Tuscany. With 12 games to go and a 3-point gap. Because it goes head-to-head before goal difference, this is the game simply can't afford not to win after losing the reverse fixture at the Stadio Olimpico. Huge contest here, 3-point gap separating us and this team in 7th. Forza Udinese. So the goals have completely dried up, only one win in 3, and thus, if we are to get a result here, we've got to stay tight defensively. We go behind, we're almost guaranteed an L. Zambo finds... Oh, break ball through. Icardi, just rips it. Absolutely rips it past Gashi for the opener. 15 minutes in. We're going to win this game. Needs to do what we don't do very often, and that's come from behind. Lucas Torreira on the turn. Oh, no. Great ball through. We just can't beat these teams yet, man. We just can't beat them. And I know we've had a couple of scouts since this save began, but... To do it consistently is the difference between, having a great result to look back on at the end of the season when you finish in 13th place and finishing in the top 6. That's the difference there, consistency. Just haven't got that yet. If we were to have made it, not only did we need to be great, but we needed at least, and I mean at least, one team to have an off year. That just hasn't happened, and my finishing has been woeful. Absolutely woeful at times this season. How on earth did I not score there? Samardzic. Right on cue, another miss. Well, I'm certainly not going to give up the ghost, but... Go on, to finish that. There we go. It's going to take a heck of a run. Plus a hell of a lot of slip-ups from the teams above us if we are to finish in 7th place, especially knowing that Napoli now have guaranteed to finish above us if we finish level on points due to the head-to-head record. It ain't over. We will continue to fight, but yeah, let's just say the optimism is getting less and less and less as the weeks go by. 3 losses in 4 losses in 6 in all competitions. Yeah, it's going to take a bit of a miracle if we're going to make it from here. Let's do one more and we'll end on that. Yep, dropping to 10th in the table, now 6 behind Napoli and a worse head-to-head record in them as well. It's going to take a bit of a miracle to make it from here with 11 games to go. We'll do our best. Following game and our final one, Empoli away. And if we can't win this one here, then I'm just going to say it. There is no chance whatsoever we stay in the race for 7th place. Final game, Forza Udinese. Press to Lucas Zamora, go left. Now Profundi through the middle. Oh, brilliantly done. That's Festi. Very well played. Build up. Good finish. Udinese have the lead. Like I said, we ain't giving up. Querfeld beats Niang. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. My boy. And bye. Not quite the same player nowadays. 9 years later, as Ebosele, who scored the first. Oh, almost set up the second. Just prodded it with Lorenzo goalbound, but Berisha didn't have too much of a problem saving that. Corner whipped in though towards the cheat code. But like I said, man, just win a corner and you got about a 60% chance of a goal with this guy in the team, man. 6th of the season. I was thinking last year when he scored 5 goals from corners, can he improve on that? Yes, and there's still going to be over 10 games to go. This guy is just absolutely ridiculous. 2 wins in 3 and a nice way to end the episode after what had been a really tough run of form. The truth is, I still don't think we're going to make 7th, even with 10 to play. But if we can beat our Empolis, if we can beat our Monzas, if we can beat our Comos, our Frozenonis and so on, we still do have a chance. We'll need to have a fantastic run of form to make it. And we won't give up the ghost just yet. But that'll do it for today's episode of the Serie A Career Mode, guys. So big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. And I'll see you for the penultimate episode of Season 2 of the Serie A Career Mode, with most of our remaining games in the league, trying to stay in the hunt for a European place very soon.